City Cemetery is Nashville's original cemetery and the primary burial ground for many of the city's founding fathers. Instead of a standard tombstone, one cemetery plot is covered by a large boulder, plus a large iron fixture to hold a lantern. Because this is unusual, it makes for some good urban legends. Up until 2014, there was a plaque with the name Anne Rollins Sanders, 1815 to 1836 on it. If you look closely, you can see the outline of where the plaque was. It's kind of near the top of the boulder. You might see a rectangular shape on there. Well, the urban legend goes something like this. Anne was killed in a carriage accident on the way to her wedding. Or in another version, after a lover's quarrel, Anne jumped off this rock into the Cumberland River to drown away her sorrows. While going through bereavement, her husband somehow moved the rock she jumped off of to her gravesite. The iron fixture held a lantern so that if her spirit was scared or wanted to look for her husband, she would have a light. None of this is true. Instead, Anne is buried in the stone box, barely visible behind the rock, behind it on the right. The lantern, which you might see in some older pictures of this area, was removed as it was not original or even from the same time period. This rock is actually the tombstone for Lucy Rollins Steele, who is perhaps Anne's sister. Her name was actually carved in the rock on the other side, but it's very weathered and not visible today. Lucy died in May 1847 of tuberculosis. Her husband, Edward G. Steele, was a commissioner overseeing the building of the state capitol. He had this stone from the same quarry as the Capitol, delivered here for the tombstone. 2 years later, Edward moved to another state, and the locals just forgot who Lucy was. In the links down below, I'll link to a couple of things. First, I'll link to a full-size view of this photo, and then I'll also link to the Nashville City Cemetery website, where they have a PDF describing the full story and how the people who run the cemetery went through the process of learning all about Lucy Steele. If you click on that link, go to page 3. If you like stories like this, please check out my website, cmidtn.com, and go to the blog where you'll find more vignettes of other things in the Middle Tennessee area. Thanks for watching. Bye.